Greetings and salutations, welcome to episode 69 of the I'm so childish, of the Bolton Save, and we have transfer news. Unfortunately, Julian Draxler, there he goes there, wanted £195,000 a week. We could only offer 150, and while I did negotiate the rest to get him to sign, Gelsenkirchen were already in for him as well. So as turns out, he did leave us. Well, not leave us. He just didn't arrive. But we have made a signing, and that signing is Lewis Cook, the Leeds legend. Now you're thinking, wow, Loki, how the fuck have you managed to pick up Lewis Cook for 5.5 million? Well, this, kids, is going to be a lesson. This is a lesson of what you don't do when you're a youngster, and that is go to one of these fucking big clubs and never get a game of football. So, in the 2017 season, he signed for West Ham. First season, decent amount of games. They got relegated, and then for some reason in the Championship, it looks like they sold him when they got relegated to Championship to Manchester United, who have let him rot for 3 years. So as you see, his attributes are nowhere near as good as they should be. Now that's got two sides to it. Obviously that's not as good as we want, but also that means he should improve a little bit quicker. He's never going to be the player that he would have if he'd got game time all these years, but I think he can still be a decent player. And I needed to increase my homegrown quota, so another young English player is really good. He's also got pretty decent stats to help fill in at right wing back, which is an issue we have at the moment. So I'm retraining him to be a wing back. He's got a decent amount of he's got the tackle, he's got the defensive side to his game. He's also half decent going forward, 10 crossing, 14 dribbling, decent physicals, just as a sort of backup option for both central midfield and that wing back position after Seamus Coleman. So as you can see, we've had a few injuries since the last game. So added to the injury list is Xavi, who got injured in a friendly, as did Yalcin. The Afro is back from injury, but he's only at 84% with 60% fitness. It is just not worth risking him. So we're going to be playing Andre Green for his first ever game up front. He's decent up front. His finishing's, well, it's quite important finishing. But yeah, that's not the best. But it was that or risk the Afro. Our third choice is Nick Hussey, who, to be fair, has got better finishing. But literally that's it. So I don't think he'll make it on, but we'll see. So other than that, and Guerrero's back from injury, so he's like a star player at the moment. Guerrero is an absolute beastie. I wonder if we could offer him a new contract. He's got 3 years left. I feel like he's going to be 56 million. What's his current? Has he got a release clause at the moment? 41. I think we give him a new contract. Just because I think that people are going to start sniffing around. So at least if I can have 56 million for him, another couple of years. 70 grand, mate. 70 grand seems like a bargain. 78. What about 72? 72, eh? Yeah. Ideally, I would have removed that or put it up to 80 million, but, you know, if someone comes in 56 million, then fair enough. It's not like we haven't got a decent backup. Our backup left-back is also one of our best players in the team. Oh, is there only 2 left-back formations? I could play a left-back and a left wing-back. Oh, revolutionise football, be the new tiki-taka. Right, moving on. Shut up, Loki. Right. Let's get straight into this. We've got a 1-0 win in the first leg. So hopefully we can get a goal the first half. And just end it. End it, please. Right, so going 4-4-2. We had a very good first leg, but it counts for nothing unless we finish the job. Yeah, they're loving that. Loving it. They're loving it. Right, here we go, boys. Right. Obviously, I want to get through, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we don't get through the Europa League. It's much like real life. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I just kind of, not really bothered about Europa League. It's got like any cup competition, I think. It gets... Oh, go on, Greeno. Use your finishing. There you go. 8 minutes in, we're off the mark. we're not off the mark. 8 minutes in. It's 0-0. Carry on. It's like all cup competitions, isn't it? Like, you know, nobody cares about the third round of the League Cup if you're like a Premiership supporter. But you get to the sort of quarterfinals, and then you go, oh, okay, quite interested now. And because just with Europa, there's so many games before you get to that stage that it's just, ugh. And I really want to get Champions League spot this year. I want to win the fucking league. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice change, wouldn't it? Right, Odegaard with the corner. Green's there. Oh, lovely header from Green. What a star striker he is. That's not fucking offside. Right. 1-0. There's the away goal. Should be plain sailing now. Touch much wood. Episode 69. I shall light my herbal cigarette in celebration of this momentous goal. I saw Julian Draxler that was available, and I went in for him for about 35 million. I can't remember what the transfer bid was. I don't really need a winger stroke inside forward because I have 4 very good ones. So it would have been awkward working out who I was going to replace. But I think after the sort of second half of the season, Odegaard and Azui have got to really prove themselves because they were quite far behind Gribben and Green. I'm really tempted to play Nick Hussey. I'm really tempted. Okay, if we get another goal, I'm bringing Nick Hussey on for his debut. But I think we can risk playing one of the new boys. We'll go for Rocco. So we haven't got too many new players on at one time. Switched off. Brilliant. Lovely. Right, let's get another goal, boys. And then just see it out. So I've been having some interesting times with the YouTube channel recently. I'm lost a few subscribers. I think we're down to... I've lost 30... Well, I lost about 35 subscribers, but I've gained back about 10 of those since. Well, not gained back. I'm sure they're not the same people. They're different people because of the Warhammer content. Just an FYI, guys. Like, I understand it can be annoying that if you've got email notifications turned on, that you see a lot of these videos appearing and stuff. But just bear with me. You know, everybody gets millions of spam. Just delete it and don't watch it. And I always put my videos in playlists. So if you just want to steer clear of anything else I do that's not Football Manager, then just go watch the playlists, because it's a really simple way. Oh, Azui, you little hero, welcome back to the club. You've been missing for about a season. I did promise, didn't I? I did promise. Go on, Hussey. He could be like a folk hero. If I can fucking... The game will let me bring him on. Yeah, so you can always just go straight to the playlists and it just plays continuously. You don't even have to press the buttons and stuff. It's great. You don't even have to find the next video. But anyway, on the Total War Warhammer front, I have... if you don't know why I'm suddenly doing videos for that, it's because I collected the tabletop Games Workshop Warhammer Fantasy game from the ages of 11 to about 28, 30. Spent well in excess of 10,000 quid on Games Workshop figures, which nowadays is about 3 figures, to be fair. But back then, that's a lot of figures. So I've always had a massive sort of place in my heart for Warhammer Fantasy. Not so much 40k, I was never really into that. But also, I love strategy games. I played all the Total War games, apart from, I think, Shogun 2. Oh, come on. So I've been planning to make these videos. I probably should have said sooner. That was my mistake. I should have made a video just saying, look guys, this is what's happening. You know, don't leave me. The FM content is going nowhere. So it's actually a really nice break from making those videos for Warhammer to just play some Football Manager. Right, go on, Hussey. Here we go. Like a young Lionel Messi. Okay, Larson. Great ball out to the right-hand side to Coleman. Can he look for a decent pass? He's upset. He wants to leave. He's bitching about leaving. Normally, in Football Manager, I'm kind of the type of person like Jurgen Klopp that he says, you know, if you don't want to play for the club, then you can go fuck off. I'm paraphrasing there. I don't think he said fuck off. Nice ball, great. And but at the end of the day, I would lose like 5 of my best players every season if I let unhappy people go. I just have to play them through their depression until they get happy again. That's kind of how we go. Comfortable 2-0 win. Look at that, Nick Hussey, 6.8. Beautiful game from him. He's challenging for a first team spot. Definitely. Right, and we'll have a look at... We're in the group stage, aren't we? Yeah, £31.5 million for Julian Draxler. Biggest thing for me, similar stat-wise to some of my other inside forwards, he had 2 benefits. He could play naturally as an attacking midfielder as well, in case I use that option, but also 2-footed. Like, pure, absolutely 2-footed, which is rare these days. Most people have a decent with both feet, but they have a stronger foot. Having a 2-footed player would have been lovely, but ho-hum. Oh, we've got the fucking playoff, haven't we? Let's do the draw, and then we will end the episode. Right. Spartak Moscow would be fun, because that's who we just bought our striker off. Let's just... Spartak Moscow versus Bate. Boa Vista versus Zenit. Zorya from Ukraine versus Trabzonspor, like that name. Vitesse Gumraz, murdering these names, shouldn't have started reading them out, against Ferencvaros. SK Rapid Vienna against AAB. Reed versus Feyenoord. Sparta Prague versus Lillestrøm. Örebro from Sweden versus Real Sociedad. That's a tricky one for them. Örebro, I mean, not Real Sociedad. Braga versus... Fuck me. Breoblik. Genk. All aboard the Genk bus. Against Lech. I've lost the plot today. What the fuck is that? Qarabag Agdam versus... I want to play them. AIK. Standard Liège versus Gorcia. Bolton. I know how to pronounce that one. Versus Dundalk. Well... These European travels have been brilliant so far. So far we've visited Scotland and now we're going to Ireland. We're playing Dundalk. Let's have a look at their mighty team of players. Who's their highest value player? 225. Okay, that's much more than I expected. Not a bad little cheeky centre back. There we go, boys. Dundalk. We're just travelling around the UK and Ireland. That's what we're doing. Right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Next episode will be against Derby. I've just offered Manolas a new contract for a couple of years. He's been absolutely solid for us since coming in 3 years ago. Never averaging below 7, even bagging himself a couple of goals last season and playing a lot of games. So he's just been a stalwart of our team. He's 30 years old now, so I think this will be his last long-term contract. But he might still be worth another year or two. Who's the Afro wanted by? Okay, no, you're not having him. You're not having him. Right, thank you very much for joining me, guys, for episode 69. Sexy times. I'm doing things with my fingers. Not like dirty things. I'm acting out like, ooh. Never mind. Leave me alone.